Carlton, you guys have had some game-changing interceptions. What's it like for a secondary to be able to, to turn momentum like that the way you have in games like against Green Bay and then last Monday night?
Um, it's a great feeling to be able to produce for your team when it's needed, and we just got to keep going. I know it's been a lot of talk about us being a good secondary, but in my opinion, it doesn't mean anything if you can't be consistent. So we got to try to do that game in and game out.
And did you come into the year saying, I have a goal in terms of interceptions? I mean, you lead the NFL right now. What's it like being in that conversation?
It's a good feeling knowing that your hard work is paying off and that everything you're doing off the field and on the field is working for you. So like I said before, it's all about consistency and continuing to prove the doubters and everybody wrong.
Thanks.
Next question will come from Greg Allman.
Hey, Carlton, this is the first chance you guys have to face a team you've already faced this year. I think that week 1 game against the Saints is the only one this year you guys didn't get an interception in. I just want to ask you where you think you guys have taken the biggest step forward from where you are now to where you started the season.
Um, I don't. I think since the beginning of the season, we've always been that same group. We had a pretty good game against them the first time. We didn't, like you said, we didn't have any turnovers, and I think that could have been a turning point in that game. But every week we just try to get better and better. So there's no point where I can say we had a turning point here because I think we've been pretty consistent throughout the year. But I feel as though the turnovers has helped us, win games, and that we got to continue to do that, especially this week and moving forward. So as long as we can create turnovers and be consistent in that, then we'll be good.
Thanks, Carlton.
Next question will come from Luke Easterling.
Carlton, you guys have on social media, you and the DBs have continued to kind of play back to that ranking where you guys were the last corners in the league, right? I mean, obviously you want to set yourself a standard that's outside of the criticism, but how much is that always in the back of your mind and kind of motivating you guys? And when you do make plays and you do things like lead the NFL in interceptions and shut down big time receivers, how validating is it to you, and how much do you guys kind of enjoy just proving those people wrong?
We never listen to the media guys. We know what we are and who we are and what we can do. The 30-second was definitely just fuel to the fire. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're capable of doing anything that any other DB group can do. And we knew that. Our confidence always been high. And like you said, we got some sleepers out there, but we're going to continue to prove them wrong. And, we love the field. We love for them to continue to sleep. We love for the critics to continue to talk because it only makes us go harder. You know what I mean? And we got a lot of season left. So just, keep on fueling the fire. We're going to keep going. So
pretty much every DB that hits the field, all you guys are kind of around the same age, either came in the same class or pretty close. How close is that relationship with those guys that you all have out there, and how much does that influence how successful you guys are able to be in the game?
Oh yeah, we real tight, man. Just because, like you said, we're all around the same age group, and we're all kind of into the same thing. So the chemistry is definitely there, and being on the field with guys who you could cooperate with off the field, and y'all really friends outside of football it makes your bond stronger on the field. It helps the communication. It allows you to know what he's going to do in certain situations, just because you know outside of football, you know how he is. So I think we got a great group of guys, man, and I love playing with them.
Thanks, Carl.
Next, we'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Carlton, I know you guys have only had one practice together, but I was curious to hear your thoughts on Antonio Brown and what he gives this offense that maybe they've been lacking.
I mean, I know from previous years he's been like the best receiver in the NFL, and we like you said we haven't seen much from him, only from walkthroughs and him working out with our strength and conditioning people. But I'm expecting him to come in and put in work. I'm expecting him to come in and come in right where he left off at. I don't think he would come in here unprepared. So we haven't seen much from him yet, and we're just looking forward to seeing him play, man.
You obviously have a much better understanding of the way that position works and how difficult it is to defend a guy like him. I don't know how much tape you've watched of him, but what makes him so challenging to stop?
I would say for me, how I would diagnose him is he's efficient in everything he does. His releases to his routes to his hands to the yards after the catch, everything he does is efficient. There's not much wasted movement. So one small movement or one error would definitely he'll leave you in the dust. So you got to be on your p's and q's with AB, and he's a playmaker. So the ball's in the air, you better locate it and you better make a play before he does.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Next question will come from Scott Reynolds.
Carlton, you've been playing at a very high, consistent level this year. As Rick said, you lead the league in interceptions with 4. You've been playing at a Pro Bowl level. In your mind, are you a Pro Bowl cornerback?
For sure. My confidence level is out the roof. I can sit here and tell you everything I feel about myself, but it will probably come off as arrogant. But it's just me as a corner. Playing the position I play, you got to think like that. You got to feel like that, regardless of, whether you're proving it or not, good or bad. You got to be consistent in who you are. And, since I've stepped in the league, I've always felt like I was one of the better corners. And that's just me as a person. And, I want to continue to prove it. I love, like we said earlier, there's fuel to our fire. 32nd, us being a bad DB core, all that good stuff, it fuels me to, go out there and produce even more. So I just want to continue to provide opportunities for our offense and continue to make plays to help our team reach our final goal.
And you played a big part in helping shut down Michael Thomas in week 1. I know the Saints are trying to get him back for this week. What is the key been to you having success against Michael Thomas, dating back to week 1? And just how is he as a receiver for you to defend?
I'm a press corner, and I just play my game. I like to get hands on, like to be physical off the line, and throw the timing off. And some of his routes are kind of like timing routes, but that's my game. So I'm gonna continue to play my game and continue to get better every week, and hopefully it works out this week as well.
All right, that's all we have time for. Appreciate you taking time, Carlton.
No problem.